hardcore Japanese genres and try and make them more appealing to the casual player. So with this project, Bandit Skies, it's all about the scrolling shoot-'em-up, which you'll know from games like Space Invaders, 1943, R-Type, and things like that. You can still buy these, they still make them in Japan, but if you download them in the West, you're in for a nasty shock. There's lots of pictures of schoolgirls showing their knickers, and there's lots of Japanese cultural tropes. The games are very, very hard because it's for a niche audience. So we wanted to kind of take this genre and just make it a bit more accessible. So this is a fairly sort of, in a lot of ways, it's a fairly standard scrolling shoot-'em-up game in which you kind of will fly around and do all your bits.
Oh, the game is really good, yeah. This
Yeah.
game is very famous in Brazil.
Yeah. So you're flying around gathering all your stuff and doing your thing. Now the thing about it is, if you won't know without playing it, but it's a lot easier than a lot of other similar games you get. It's almost impossible to die here, which is deliberate. That's awesome. But that's deliberate because, I mean, people we've tested it on, I don't have a lot of friends who are like Japanese game nuts. My friends are casual gamers and they're my testing audience because I don't have any money. So, I give the game to them, they get really into it and stuff because they can play it. And then if we go back out here, there's two components to the game. So we're out flying, shooting stuff, and we're also going into the town, and then we're going back to games like Secret of Monkey Island, which some of you might have played, things like that. So we've got a point-and-click adventure side of it. We've got there's a Japanese influence to the whole art style here, but we're making it a bit more Western-friendly. The eyes are a normal size, for example. Everyone's kind of in proportion. They give you some dialogue. So you can talk things through, and there's a story playing out here. It's kind of frivolous in this release, but we can build that. And this guy's going to give me a quest. So he wants me to get wood for him. There's a spot the innuendo there. He wants me to get some wood for his furniture making business. So I've accepted the quest. He tells me some crap or other. Yeah, fine. So then I leave. And the connection between the two is when I fly into the action stage, we will start to gather loot from the felled idiots who I'm going to destroy. So if I take these guys down, eventually we'll see a sack. There you go. So that brown sack there, I'm gathering items for the quest there. So the more of these brown sacks I gather, each of them has got an item that the player in the story wants. So I go back and forth between the story and this stage. So it's drawing the focus away from this hardcore Japanese idea about getting high scores and playing in the arcade and impressing your girlfriend. And it's more about playing through a narrative, which is much more familiar to Western players, making it a lot easier. So that's the kind of spiel of the whole thing. So we've already released this one on just about everything. iOS, Android, Mac App Store, Ouya. Conversion rate, basically, it's like the old shareware model, so you get a third of the game free and you pay like $1 for the rest of it. On Ouya, we got about 5% of people converting. On iOS, we got about 1%. Basically, what I need to do is stop it looking rubbish, like improve the backgrounds and everything. Spend about 6 months just working in the psychology. What this needs to do is be converted to a freemium game in which we use a bit of social engineering and upgradable ship parts and such thing to make it a free game, which we can encourage those 1 to 5% of people who converted to spend a lot more money upgrading their ships, and then it's like a more profitable endeavor. So it's not $1 billion investment, and I don't need $1 billion. I need about 6 months and 2 or 3 people, and to get a publisher, which we can do during that time. So anyway, I thought I'd show you. Here comes a big badass mofo. There you go. So yeah, that's the basic idea. If you'd like to give me money, come and talk to me. Thank you very much.